Hi everyone, this is Briony No Code. I welcome you to another episode of HomeNest tutorial series. In this series, we are really progressing very far. If you'll be following this series from the beginning, I really congratulate you because you will have learned a lot, especially in the last episode where we started adding our messaging system whereby user can initiate chats directly with an agent from the property details page. Started the chat system in the last episode, and now in this episode we are going to continue it. If you miss it, go and check the episode 7 so that you're able to follow along with this episode. So this particular episode is going to be very powerful and you'll learn a lot in this episode. We are going to continue what we ended. So what we are going to be doing in this episode is to display all the chat that is responsible to each particular user. We are going to display all the fields whereby the other user display name and their profile picture, the last message time, and then we are going to continue the conversation screen whereby we are going to generate all the conversation in the particular chat. Also, we are going to activate the send message button whereby user can be able to send message and it's going to appear in the conversation screen. Also, in the particular conversation, user will be able to upload multiple images. So the complex one, which is the amazing one we are going to be doing, is to create a complex view. This view is very rare. We are going to learn the new way to create this particular view. So this view is going to display the charts and then the user view. So what is going to display in the user view is the display name and then the user profile picture. This view is going to be powerful to the extent that if client is the authenticated user, then it's going to show the agent's profile picture and then display name. Else, if the agent is the authenticated user, it's going to show the client profile picture and then the display name. Without wasting much of our time, let's go ahead and start working on what we are here to do. So here we go. I think in this video we should start from the view we want to create. This view is going to join the chats and then the users together. So according to what I said earlier, assuming client is the authenticated user, so in the chats view we are going to be seeing the agent profile image and then the agent display name. To create this kind of view, we are going to make use of the AI assistance. So the AI assistant, we are going to give it a prompt. The prompt I'm going to input in the AI assistance, I'm going to paste it in this video description so that you guys can make use of it as well. Here is the prompt. I can just send it. Then let's see the magic the AI will do for us. So here is the view. We can just run the query. Now let's run the query. So we got sources, no error. So now that we've created a view, okay, we have only restricted here. So we are going to click on the security definer view. So we are going to fix, then confirm it. Now the error has gone. So now let's go ahead to our FlutterFlow. Now we can go ahead to the settings and then get a schema. So let's get the schema so that the view is going to appear here. We queried the chart list in our previous video. So in each of the generated chart, we are going to query the view we just created. So this is going to be chart view with pair, and then it's going to be single row. We are going to add a filter. So this filter is going to be the ID is equal to the chart row the ID. So that's it. And then for the display name, we are going to set the chat with peer display name. So you can give this display name as default variable value. And then for the profile image, I'm going to copy this as my default profile image. So the path is going to be from the chat with peer profile row. So I'm going to select the peer profile URL, then give it default variable value. So for the last message, I'm going to select, okay, I think we've added it in our previous video. Likewise with time, we've added it in our previous video. Good. So on top of it to navigate us to the conversation page. So let's go to the conversation page. Now here's our conversation page. We are going to display the profile URL and then the display name as well. I'm going to add a page parameter. This page parameter is going to be the chat ID. The chat ID is going to be an integer. So and then it is required. I'm going to confirm it. So we should get some errors here. Yeah. So we are going to fix it now. But mostly let's go to the chat page to fix the first error. So while navigating from here, we are going to pass the chat ID from the generate. We can select any of the two. We can select either the generated chat row or the chat with peer profile row. So we can select any of it, then pick the ID. So let's see where we get error again. We get an error from here. So we are going to select this from the component state, the chat, and then this is going to be the ID. So confirm it. And then for this, we are going to add an action output, this new chat. So we are going to make use of the action output here. So this is going to be action output and then new chat. So I'm going to get the ID. Good. So back to our conversation page. So I'm going to generate the chat view here. So this is going to be chat with peer profile. Then it's going to be single. Then I'm going to filter it by the ID is equal to the page parameter chat ID. So then confirm it. Now this is going to be from the chat with peer and then peer profile URL. This also should be chat with peer profile row and then peer display name. So default variable value of display name. So I'm going to give this circle a default variable value. I can go to the home page, then copy this image. So I'm going to paste it here as a default variable value. Good. So now for the conversation, we are going to add page state. So this page state is going to be conversation. Then it's going to be Supabase row. And then I will select the conversation. It's going to be a list. So I'll confirm it. Then on the page load, I'm going to add an action. This action is going to query the Supabase row. Then I'm going to select the conversation. So I'll filter it by the chat ID. The chat ID should be equal to the page parameter chat ID. So after that, I'm going to give it a default variable value of queried conversation. I'm going to add another action. This action is going to update the page state. It's going to update the page state. Then this is going to be conversation. I'm going to set the value from the action output, queried conversation. So I'm going to confirm it. Now after that, I will go to my list view. I'll go to my list view. So from this list view, I'm going to generate the conversation from the page state. Shortlist the item list. I'll get a row feed, then created at, then it's going to be descending. So I'll call this all conversation, then I'm going to save it. Good. And just give this column some spacing of maybe 4. Then this column as well, I can give a spacing of 4. Good. So after I generate the children, I'm going to now start inserting the value. So this should be all conversation, and then this should be get row feed. This should be message itself. I'm going to give it the default variable value of message, and then this should be message as well. So I can just copy this, and then I'm going to paste it here. That's message. So for this as well, I'm going to paste it here, and then for this, I'm going to paste it here. Good. Now for the images, then I'm going to select the wrap. I will generate the children of the wrap by the all conversation. Then I'll get the row feed. So the images should be list. Now I'll go back to my Supabase and then make sure this image is a list of string. Then to my Supabase, so I'll go to the conversation. So here is the images. I'm going to edit the column and then define as array. After that, I'm going to save it and then go back to my FlutterFlow, get the schema. Now I have the image as list of string. So now this should be get row feed and then images. Good. Then this should be conversation images. So I'm going to save it. Now I will copy the variable. So I'm going to paste the variable here. I'll select the wrap and then paste the variable here. So I'll confirm it. So the next thing I'm going to do is to impute the conversation date. So this is going to be all conversation and then get a row feed created at date at time. I can just give it a minute ago or whatever. So I'll confirm it. Now I'm going to copy the variable. Copy variable. And then I'm going to paste it here. Yeah. So the next, there we go. Good. So let's try and add new message after input text in this text field. So in this icon button, I'm going to add an action. This action should insert a row. Then this is going to be conversation. Then I'm going to add a row feed. The ID should be set automatically. So, and then the created as should be set automatically. Now the message should be from the widget state enter message text field. And then the images should be from the, let's add the page state for the images. So this is going to be new uploaded images. Then it's going to be image, then it's going to be image parts, and then it's a list. And then I will confirm it. Now this button should add image, should add the image value from the page state and then new upload images. So after that, the chart ID should be from the page parameter chart ID. And then the sender is going to be the authenticated user ID. So I'm going to give it action output of new charts. Good. And then I'll add another action. So this action is going to update the page state. It's going to update the page state and then select the conversation field. So I'm going to add to list. So value to add to list is going to be from the action output. So I'll select the new chart. I should call this new conversation instead of a new chart. So I'll go ahead and edit it back. So this should be new conversation, not new chat. So it should be new conversation. Good. And then after that, you want to clear the text field. You want to clear the text field. After clearing the text field, then we want to scroll lists. What are we scrolling? We are scrolling the list view, scroll it to the end. We are going to upload the image we are going to upload it to Supabase. So let's go ahead and add an action to this button. This button is going to upload media, upload and save media. So it is going to be the Supabase. So the bucket name and then the uploaded file. Let's go ahead to our Supabase and pick one bucket name and then uploaded file URL. So we go to your Supabase and then storage. We have two buckets here. We have the image bucket and then we have the property image. You can pick any of your choice and then you can add new one. So you know how to create bucket. You can just create bucket here. It's in our previous video. We did this in our previous video, so no need of creating new bucket again. I'll just pick the images. Then the name is images. The uploaded file path is URL. So we are going to input it here. So this should be images. And then this should be URL. Good. So we are going to allow photos. This should be gallery only. And then we can just give it maximum width of maybe 1000, maximum height of 1000 as well. Then allow multiple image. Yeah, show snack bar. Yes, good. So after we upload it to Supabase, we are going to update the page state, and then we upload image. We are going to set the value from the uploaded file image state and then the uploaded file URL. So confirm it. Good. So images in our page state should be generated here. I'm going to select this row and then generate the children from the page state. I can just call this images, then save it. Good. So this should remove the list from our page state. This can just update page state. So value to remove should be images item, and then get no. Oh, I think I did a mistake here. Yeah, there is a mistake. So the image generated. This is not conversation. I'm so sorry for the mistake. This is not conversation. This should from the page state. From the page state, this should be the uploaded file images. Yes. Then this should remove from the list, and then the images item. Yeah, good. So after this, we are going to bind the conversation itself to the right owner. So let's start from this column. So this should be visible if, based on conditional value, it's going to be single condition, and then I will get the row feed. If the sender is not equal to the authenticated user ID. So I will copy this variable, and then I'm going to paste it here. So this is going to be equal to instead of not equal to. Then I'm going to confirm it. So for this message, okay, let's start from the beginning. So from this tag message, I'm going to bind it based on conditional value as well. So this condition is going to be single condition, then all conversation. So I'll get the row feed. So I'll select images. Set are not empty. So I can just copy this variable. Then I'm going to paste it here. If the image is set and not empty, the opposite statement, I'm going to confirm it. For the second stack, I'm going to bind it based on conditional value as well. So if image is set and not empty, the true statement, I'm going to confirm it. So for this stack as well, based on conditional value, if the images is set and not empty, the opposite statement, I'm going to confirm it. And then for the last stack, I'm going to bind based on conditional visibility as well. So if the image is set and not empty, good. I want this to be visible. So let's go ahead and test the app and see what we've done so far and know how it works. Good. So here we go. Our test mode is done running. So now let's go to the chat. Yeah, good. So we can see the last message. So even though there is no last message, we can see the other user profile image, and then we can see the name as well. So I'm going to send new message to the user. Now let's start conversation with Thomas. Hi, Thomas. Here we go. It works. Boom. It works. Okay, the message is not aligned properly now. Not aligned. Yeah, the message is not aligned. We'll go ahead and set it properly very soon now. Before that, let's even try and upload images and see how it works. Maybe it's going to work properly. And just select these two images. Okay, the image works. And then now we remove image. So let's send it. Good. It's sent. Now let's go ahead and log out. So we are going to set display name and profile image here so that in the other user it won't blank. You can just go to the personal information and then pick the profile URL, a profile image. I'm going to pick this profile image and then set display name as maybe Eric, and I'm going to save it. Good, it works. So now let's log out. Now we can sign in as Thomas. I think the email we use for Thomas is first@gmail.com. Then I'm going to input the password. Then I'm going to log in. Good. Here is Thomas' profile. So let's go to the chat. So after we send message, we need to we need to update the chat last message and then the chat last message time. Everything works perfectly here now. So let's go ahead and do some correction we need to do. Firstly, we go to the list view, and then this is going to be ascending, not descending. So confirm it, and then the value of this image should be, I just copy this as the default image, maybe from the images item, then give it default variable value of this. Good. So what else do we need to do? We need to update the chart. So after this action, we are going to update Supabase, update row, then I will select the chart. The matching row should be the chart ID should be equal to the page parameter chart ID. So what I will update here is going to be the last message, and then the last message is going to be from the action output, and then new conversation. So this is going to be message. Good. So that for the last message time, I will set the value from global property and then the correct time. Good. So we can go ahead now and then reload the app. So the reload is done running. Go to the chart. Okay. Yeah, we now have our messages aligned properly. That's beautiful. So let's Thomas send message to Eric. Good. This is very awesome. Let's Thomas try and upload some images. I just upload 4 images at a time. This is so beautiful. Now we can send the image. You don't have some issue to fix here. After sending the image, you need to clear the page state. You need to add the value of the new image to this, and then we don't need to see this if we don't input text message. We want to see this unless we input text message. Now let's go ahead and fix it now. So this value should be from the conversation image. So I can give a default variable value of this. So I'm going to copy this, then set the path to hot user image. So give a default variable value. Then this one as well, I'm going to give a default variable value of the image I just copied. Beautiful. I'll copy this. Then I'm going to paste it here in this conditional visibility based on conditional value, and then this is going to be combined condition. So the first value is going to be the variable I just copied. So if image sets are not empty, and then single condition, all conversation. So I will get row feed. So this is going to be message. So now this is what we do if the image is set are not empty and then the message is set are not empty too. If both of them is set are not empty, that's when I want to see this message. So I'll copy it and then paste the same thing here. So paste it here. Now for this button, I'm going to add another action. So this should update the page state. It should reset the value of the page state. Good. So let's reload the app and then see what we have so far. So here we go. Let's go to the chart now. Boom. So yeah, good. You can see the image we upload. You can see the images. So we can just try and then add this. So we can now add text, image with text. So I'll send it. Good. Wow. It works perfectly. And then if you can see the scrolling animation too, it works perfectly. This is awesome. Very beautiful. Now we can see our chart. You can see the last message and then the time. It works perfectly now. So let's go and log in as other user as well. So the email is client@gmail.com. For the password, good. So let's go to the chart. This is beautiful. Everything works perfectly now. So what we are going to do now is to, on the page load, we are going to make sure it scroll to the last message. Now let's go ahead and do that. On the page load, after this, we are going to scroll the list view to the end. Before scrolling to end, let's add another action to wait a delay. So this delay should be very short. So I just give it maybe 100 milliseconds. So after this, we should have everything work perfectly. Then instant reload. So here we go again. You can just click this. Beautiful. This is so beautiful. Everything works perfectly. So this is going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to subscribe and then like. If you have any question, put down your question in the comment below. And then if you want me to help you with your app, maybe you want to build an app from scratch, you need a custom function, custom action, or you want to fix any bug from your app, kindly send me a message with the email on your screen right now.